I know a lot of people are afraid of wiring, so I'm going to make this as simple as possible so that anybody could do it. In order to find a fuse to tap, go ahead and remove that panel by the dashboard to access your interior fuses. Then remove your dead pedal by prying up on it very gently and carefully. You also have a rubber stop that's holding this side kick panel in. Go ahead and unscrew that with your hands. Then after popping this panel right here out of the floor with just a normal interior removal tool, pull straight back and out on that kick panel to remove it. Now I'm just searching around for a ground point, and I think I found one that I'm gonna show you right here. So why do you need a ground point? Well, that Hardwire kit I was talking about before, you need to ground it out somewhere. So I'm just showing you how I'm routing that ground wire in. And I noticed that the kit doesn't really allow enough leeway between the ground and the two fuse taps. So I had to rip back this sheathing a little bit on the little harness in order to make it so I could reach the ground point there and reach up into the fuse box up on the dashboard. And go ahead and just get yourself, I believe it's a 10mm socket, undo that bolt a little bit, slip that ground wire on there, and then just bolt it back in over the ground. Now your wires should be able to reach from the ground all the way up to your preferred fuse. The Hardwire kit comes with two fuse taps. One is yellow and it's labeled B+ for battery positive. The other is red and is labeled ACC for accessory power. This chart shows you the results of each connection method. For instance, the first connection method shows that accessory power is given to the red wire, ground is given to the black wire, and constant power is given to the yellow wire. It shows that it's normal recording while driving. But while parked, the dash cam kit stays powered on. They call it parking guard video. I don't want it to stay powered on while I'm parked because I camp in remote places and I don't want to risk having any battery draw on my starter battery that would leave me stranded. Your priorities may be different. You may park in a bad neighborhood and you want to make sure that you monitor the vehicle at all times, which is totally understandable. If you want to do that, just wire it according to this chart. In order to make it so that my dash cam only powers on when I'm in accessory mode or when the vehicle's powered on, I'm gonna go with this wiring connection method. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it is the simplest one to set up. First, get yourself some of these fuse taps. I'm gonna link these in the description. Then choose your accessory power fuse. I'm going with number 23, which is the cigarette lighter. You can see the components and ratings of each fuse on the back of this fuse panel. Now I'm going to show you how plug and play this modification really is. Just take your yellow and your red out of fuse circuits from the Hardwire kit and plug it into each input in the fuse tap. Now that both the yellow and the red wires are plugged into the same source, all we need to do, just like I showed you on the chart, is put both of them in an accessory power socket. So the yellow and red wire are essentially conjoined. Now just plug that end of the fuse tap into number 23, which only powers on when in accessory mode. Now let's test and see if this wiring works. It's going to tell you to format the SD card, which you can do in settings. Now I'm going to take off this camera cover, and just a note, this camera swivels any direction so you can fine tune where your dash cam is pointing up front. Another great thing about this is if the monitor fails for some reason, it just becomes a normal rear view mirror. There's no safety issue there. Now that we've confirmed that the unit works, I'm going to reroute the wiring from straight into the fuse box to underneath the dash and into the fuse box.